Hey, this is Thomas from Burn Crow Studios, and I wanted to take you through the installation of RAM on a computer. This will work for both a desktop and a laptop, although the screws and stuff like that might be a little bit different. But essentially, I got this from an old guy. They make these, they're called a WOW computer, and what it is a bunch of cheap parts thrown in together for old people who don't know any different. But the thing is super slow, so he gave it to me because he got tired of it. So I am going to pop it open and take a look at it and see what's going on inside. As I've unscrewed all the screws around the perimeter here, and then this thing here is a stand, and the problem with this one is, let me show you what I had to do here. It's got 4 screws here, but it's also got another screw underneath, and then there's a hidden screw, and I actually had to drill a hole here to access that screw, and so you could actually get through and unscrew it. You can't access it any other way, which is kind of stupid, and you can see it in there, but I'm just taking this off now. And what you got underneath that is your shielding, and this is your electromagnetic shielding. Here's your internal hard drive, your CD-ROM drive, some heat sinks and stuff like that. Here's all your plugs. So what I did after that is I went to each hole, and you can see there's little holes all the way around this frame, just on this frame, and unscrewed them all so that we could get that off. And underneath, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to have your motherboard, and then you're going to have your RAM. It's going to look like this. This is laptop RAM. If you had a regular PC, it'd be longer, and you'd be able to see that. This is 204 pin. And so what I did is I went out and I got some RAM to replace that, because it looks like what we've got here is, and this is how you can open it. This is how you open it. Just pop those fins up and it's going to pop out. So what we've got here, and you can always look on this, and you'll see it says 2 gigabytes of PC3 1060, or actually 10,600 911B2. So essentially what this is 2 gigabytes of RAM. It's PC3 RAM. So what I did is I ordered some more of that. You can type that into your search engine and it'll come right up. And here it is. This arrived. Just cut it off. So there's your RAM. And what I did is upgraded to two 4 gigabyte sticks. So this should work a lot better. And we'll go ahead and install those. And the installation process for this is extremely simple. You put it in, and you push it down, and it's going to click on both sides. You'll see it click there. You always want to, before you do any work on your computer, you always want to touch the power supply or something to ground yourself on it. A lot of people wear electrical strap in the industry, but we don't need that. You just need to ground yourself. So we got that going on there, and the other piece won't come out. I think it might be. Let's do this. Ta-da. There we go. Alright, so you take the other piece out, and here we go. And you'll see that it can only fit in one way, so you can't install it upside down. There's a little bar here, and that fits right around the pole. Started pointing downward. Push it all the way in, and then just locks in. That's it. These little clips on the side should go right into the holes here. You'll see the holes are designed for that. And it's in. There you go. That's the whole installation process. Let's boot it up and see how it goes. Alright, it looks like it's loading up. This goes by a little bit too fast for me to see the RAM check, but it'll actually check the RAM on the screen here and tell you how much is installed and stuff like that. We can check that in a minute after it's done booting up. Let's see if there is a noticeable differential in boot time. Go to settings. So the processor on here, and you'll see in a second here, is a AMD model is E2-1800. I was not able to find any information online, but when you're looking for stuff like that, just Google it or search for it on there we go, E2-1800 APU with Radeon HD graphics ×2, 64-bit disk. It's 8 gigabytes installed, 7.4 is usable, so that's your information there. And it looks like it did install properly. The mouse is actually a lot smoother than it used to be. Alright, this is Thomas for Burnt Crow Studios signing off.